Hello, hello, and welcome back to Hand of Fate. When we left off, we were about to begin a game with the dealer in our hunt for the Jack of Skulls. Let's see what our first card is. We start with very little food in hard mode. Oh, we immediately get our character special thing, Warlord 1.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
I've never finished the Warlord quest line in my personal playthroughs. Rumors of a temple to a long-forgotten god lure you to a desolate wasteland. The little blue masks mean that it came from the different colored tokens represent different things. So the gold tokens are base game, and the blue tokens are from the update that added these alternative characters. You complete the necessary blood ritual in order to gain the attention of the deity. Its presence fills your mind, bringing you to your knees. What do you seek, mortal? Oh, it's supposed to be thunderous. Hang on. What do you seek, mortal? A thunderous voice in your mind demands. Power. I'm trying to read it. I'm putting on like a demonstration for the viewers. Come on, man. Power. You respond with determination. You can what determination you can muster in the face of such a being. Power to crush my enemies. Many a mortal has begged for my favor. The entity responds. I will tell you where power may be found, but you must recover it yourself. Hidden in the valley of the Hilled Giants, there is a cave. Inside that cave lies what you seek. Suddenly, it withdraws to its own realm, leaving you breathless and alone. This card's token is now yours.
The token is yours. Well done.
Thanks, I worked hard for it. Sometimes you just get the token, sometimes you have to earn it. I love him fiddling with his little necklace. I want that necklace. I'm not necklace, bracelet, that's the word. It's a really nice looking bracelet. Alright, what is...
Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
Yes, thank you. I explained that earlier. The river.
Water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past.
I wonder if the reason that's why it protects against things in myths, because in ancient times it was so hard to cross a river that it was basically a guarantee that no wildlife could attack you. And no wildlife on the other side.
And claim my token.
Your path is blocked by a river. The water is clear but fast flowing. Attempt to cross the river. Alright, watch closely.
A choice. Select your desire.
So I know that this is safe, but it's not the huge success. We seek the huge success, I think, if we want the token. I got a strong vibe coming from card 2. Well, I had a strong vibe, it just wasn't the kind you would want. The water carries away a few of your provisions. The drawer deals you 1 pain card. Lose 3 gold, bad fortune. Damn. Damn. Sorry, I'm just adjusting how I'm sat a little. Ooh. My keyboard wire got caught on a thing. My seat rolled. Oh, hang on. Fuck. Okay, my adjustment of myself didn't go as smoothly as I thought it would. Mr. Lionel!
Starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
1, I already have a shield. 2, I don't think I can actually remove it. Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes a seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with a wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. Sorry about the pop, I was slightly shifting the mic. My seat's rolling out of place. I've mentioned this quite a few times, but this is all from the recording time period where my room's in disarray and I'm moving around. And so because of that, my seat doesn't have the thing underneath it that stops it from rolling. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness.
My name is Mr. Lionel. If you would give me what I need, boy, I will conjure you up your heart's desire with a wizarding wand of my own creation.
Let's ask him what he needs. The goblin immediately begins to wander around your person, prodding and poking at your weapons and apparel before making a sudden grab at something. My headband! He then sits, considering you for a while, before slapping the table with his hand.
Ah, I know what you need.
Mr. Lionel taps the table with his staff, and some plump cakes appear in front of you.
Remember, boy, when someone asks whether you'd like cake or pie, tell them you want cake and pie.
Dealer draws 1 food gain card. Actually, that's way better than a shield right now. So that's, see, even picking the same result, you can get a different thing every time. So I think picking food, you give him provisions. And picking gold, you give him gold. But asking what he needs, he'll sort of take whatever he chooses off of you, I believe. I'm not positive that's how it works. I don't actually know the background info on...
Hurry up. We don't have forever.
I'm talking to the viewers. I don't actually know the details on the mechanics behind how all this works. This is just stuff I know from my own playthroughs. I adore this game, by the way. 3 food. Nice.
You're grateful for that.
I am.
We shall meet again.
The goblin suddenly declares. He then strides confidently out the back of the tavern. So, again, pick the same stuff, but all of the dialogue's a little different. They could have so easily made this game be a lot more simple and repetitive, but they really injected a lot of variety into it to make it so none of the cards ever really get boring. Stairs.
Head downwards if you dare.
Take the stairs. Alright, let's see what's to be found.
Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
Very much bland corridor level layouts right now. What do we got? Traveling Tinkerer. In a shady grove off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with a wandering adventurer. Tinkerers sell items of all descriptions. Let us approach the shop.
Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
Alright, let's see what we got. I love the environments. Alright, let's see what they're offering. Some domicles. The explorer's helm. Oh yeah, I always forget it had displays it in here. Reveals stairs encounter upon entering a level and grants a gold bonus for revealing every encounter on the level. So you get bonus gold if you look at every map, and it always tells you where the escape is. That's much more helpful for the non-corridor maps, but even on the corridor maps, hey, it gives you more money. Fortitude's Breath. Every 3rd encounter does not consume food. Press the right mouse button, so it's a normal shield, but it makes you have more food. Alright, do we have enough to buy both if I sell my shield? We do not. I can only afford 1, and I want the shield either way. Oh, the shield costs 30, not 20. Oh boy, that could have been bad. Yeah.
For the marathon, not the sprint.
Yeah, I think that shield will be worthwhile because we don't got a lot of food. And sadly, we can't afford anything else. I'm gonna buy more food though. He didn't say we were on the last floor. Ooh, this guy charges quite a bit for food actually. Let's buy one anyway. Ugh. God. Fucking highway robbery. I believe the different I think the price of food does vary. Yep, let's leave the shop. We don't got no money. Alright, what's next in our journey? Twisted Canyon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
Man, being a DM for over 20 years, I really, this man is like a kindred spirit to me. You see our weapons glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. Climb down to retrieve the weapon. That's the skull. It's not a hard challenge, which is nice. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse, draw one equipment. It's already guaranteed to be a weapon, so an axe. I mean, of course we're going to equip it. It's better than the rusty axe.
Sure, that's the right approach.
It's worth mentioning, you are allowed to backtrack, but it costs food to do so. So I could, if I get a lot more money, return to the shop to buy more things. But I don't think I'll do that this run. We're just going to keep pressing on. Let's see what's in here. Captain of the Guards.
I thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns. A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
The way he spoke of this card, I wonder if this is one of my cards, not one of his. Because clearly that one, he said he spent forever crafting it. I wonder if this one comes from the memories of my past. You hear a shout from up ahead, the sounds of battle, racing forward to discover a warrior surrounded by undead. 2 of skulls.
More skeletons for you to deal with.
Stranger, he calls out as he throws his weapon to you. Here, take my mace, and put an end to these monstrosities. I believe he's guaranteed to, yeah, it doesn't even come from there. It comes from, from the dealer. So there's a mace specifically put aside for this card.
Iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle.
So it's holy, so it does extra damage to undead. That's what that said. So yeah, let's equip it. It's even better than the axe anyway. And we can sell that axe to a merchant later. Alright. On a riverside, a town in the distance. The environments are very pretty. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button for deflecting. They are not hard to fight. That was easy. Hardly a battle. Sorry, I was grabbing my drink and I bumped something. Sorry, just moistening my throat hole. A lot of speaking for this game. Good work putting them to rest. Keep the mace. We have enough back in Kadir, he says, slowly standing. We've been hearing reports of undead in our kingdom recently, and I came to investigate. He stops to look around at all the bone fragments. More of them here than I suspected. Some new horror must have decided to settle in these parts and brought its minions. I must head back to the capital and report this to the Duke. Watch your step, friend. There is something more powerful at work than just these skeletons. This card's token is now yours. We're building up quite the hall. Alright, let's step forward. The maiden.
Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping slipping into the same memories time and time again.
Again, the interesting thing of like, did our character meet Marith multiple times? Or is it a single memory we keep recalling? One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Marith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? Longer life, supplies, or gold? I'd like supplies. This bread will sustain you for many days. 2 food gain cards. Nice. Alright, 3 supplies. And 5 supplies. There we go, now we're welcome for our journey. Many enchanted weapons have powerful abilities that can turn the tide of battle, but only if their wielder remembers to use them. Farewell, mortal. And this will of course be the stairs.
Deeper towards our foe.
Let us take the stairs. Insightful to quite a...
Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls and we can progress.
Oh, I think we're on the bottom floor. I think the Jack will be here. He did shuffle in a lot of shops though. I feel like we should be encountering more shops. Oh, right on cue, traveling mage. In a shadowy grove off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Mages sell only specific items that they've discovered in faraway lands. Their prices can be high, but they also pay well for anything that catches their interest. Speak to the goblin sitting on a nearby tree stump? Of course I'm gonna speak to the goblin on a nearby tree stump. Hello, my boy, says the familiar voice of Mr. Lionel as Mr. Lionel peers at you over the stump. Oh! What? Oh my god!
Would you be interested in purchasing a few supplies? I offer better rates than the charlatan in the wagon over there.
I've never seen this happen in all of the time I played the game. I love Mr. Lionel.
10 food for only 40 gold.
That is a No! No, I don't have that much money, Lionel.
No?
The goblin stops and thinks for a moment.
How about 6 food for 18 gold?
Again, I'm poor.
No?
The goblin stops and thinks for a moment.
2 food for a tale of adventure.
Okay. You relate your latest experiences to the goblin. He sits quietly behind the tree stump, listening patiently until you finish. Then, hands you some bread while shaking his head and muttering, "You poor, poor thing." Thank you, Dad. Alright, let's look in here. Bandit attack.
Our bandits are displeased with your challenges.
A group of bandits suddenly attack. The King of Dust isn't happy about you killing his men. The dealer draws 2 monster cards. A 2 of Dust and a 2 of Dust. Alright, so we're fighting 4 of Dust. Ooh. Look at this wonderful environment. Alright, let's go. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't hit Q. Oh. Okay, I gotta be careful. A lot of counters going on. When they have ranged attacks, you get hit way more often. Ah, shit. I've ruined my combo. Alright, we finished them off, though. Whew. A little bit tough. Among the bodies, you find a scrap of parchment with a rough description of you, plus an offer of a reward from the King of Dust. Let's step back to the merchant and actually visit him. We got plenty of food for the back and forth. In a shady grove and beaten trail. Alright, let us approach the shop.
Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
Let's see what we can get. Excuse me, I don't like to cough on stream, but I've, you know, still got that cold I'm getting over. So let's sell our old axe. And can we buy anything worthwhile? Plunderous cap. When you draw supplies, instead draw 2 and pick one. Not too bad. Dragon ring. While all dragon relics are equipped, receive 50% max health and full healing after every combat. How many dragon relics are there, though? Alchemical silver. Press 2 to attack faster. With each successful strike and the longer your combo, the more explosive the reaction. And Hag's Wraps. Each strike inflicts a curse, slowing and weakening your opponent. Sadly, I can't afford any of this valuable equipment. Damn. Well, it was nice visiting you, Mr. Mage. So, let's press on. Dead Man's Gorge.
Not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
You don't say. While crossing the ancient rope bridge of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear the sound of movement from below. It's an ambush. Draw 2 monster cards. A 2 of Skulls, and a 2 of Skulls, one of his. Or one of the ones shuffled in. I wonder, wait, is the purple his or is the purple the Jack's? I'm not sure, actually. Luckily, I'm built for this right now. Ooh, real tight cave. It allows you to miss 2 swing or do 2 failed blocks before it ruins your combo, which is generous. Not like Batman, where if you hit the block button by mistake, you're immediately losing your combo. I'm gonna liken this a lot to Batman because 1, I'm playing through it on the channel right now, and 2, it is a very similar combat system. That's not a bad thing. It's one of my favorite combat systems in gaming. You recover what you can from the dead. The dealer draws 3 cards. An armory draw. What do we get? Chains of Rage.
An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset.
During combat, strikes sustained from bows and wands have a chance to restore your cooldown. Yeah, let's equip it. It's better defense.
Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more.
1 food. Don't really need that. And 3 gold. Not enough to buy anything of value. I think, did that get rid of my... Yeah, I don't think I can sell the light armor. But you can see the different equipment we get is reflected on our character, which is a detail I really like. Ambush.
Again,
A lot of...
the surprise attack. The novelty must wear thin on subsequent travels.
I love that he acknowledges it when you've encountered a card multiple times. It, like, the dialogue tree in this game must have been put together so complexly with how many cards and encounters and choices there are for him to actually actively acknowledge all of the things you're doing. And again, I appreciate it. The game is so charming, it's so fun, it's so sweet. A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw 2 monster cards, a 2 of Dust and a 2 of Skulls, the bandits and the skeletons working in tandem. And again, the ambush appears to be happening in some sort of ancient ruins. The arenas really can make a difference in how the combat encounters go, because it affects what angles the enemies can come at you. Like the skeletons went way off in this direction. I'm gonna go quiet a lot during the combats, just so I can focus on what I'm doing. Ah, shit. You gotta shield bash enemies with a shield before you hit them if they have their shield up. Shield bashing on bandits is kind of pointless, but I still like doing it because the shield. It's fun to hit people with the shield. Very cool environments. While searching the area for anything worth salvaging, you realize one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. Sneak up and kill them. This is the skull. Alright. We get 3 gain cards. An equipment. What do we receive? Medium armor. Defense medium.
Average. What do you expect me to say?
Provides good provides good protection against physical harm with minimal restriction to movement. Both give defensive medium, so we're gonna keep the chains. No, come on, there we go. Some more food. And a health potion.
Much good mate, do you?
I don't think we're gonna be able to make enough money from selling that medium armor, so let's just press on. Jack of Skulls.
Undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating.
Okay, considers undead cheating. It's a cute thing, again, that gives character to this guy. I don't think we actually read the dialogue on this earlier, so let's read it now in case we didn't. Jack of Skulls. This tenacious undead is unusually difficult to lay to rest. In addition to the sheer strength, this skeleton has the power to revive recently defeated skeletons in its close vicinity. Serving as captain to a squad of lesser skeletons, these unholy abominations, I think we might have read it, strike fear into the hearts of the warm-blooded folk, for until this fiend is defeated, their legions are effectively endless. Alright.
For a token now.
You found the Jack of Skulls. And if you look, the symbol is different. It's the skull symbol instead of the bandit, the dust symbol. Skulls are hearts, and the dust seems to be a spade. All right. I love Jack. He's a boy.
Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Stop shooting me. Come on. There we go. We took out Jack. Oh, we got him. All right. Give me your card, Jack.
Well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not?
The subtitles are a little funky. And I consider this the proper start to the game. All of these new special tokens getting unlocked. So, let's hop right on in. The Murder at Sea's DLC has arrived. Visit the Landlocked Lubber to begin the quest. Landlocked Lubber. And this one. The hunt for the White Minotaur has begun. The Song of the White Minotaur. I love the different tokens. I want to get like 3D prints of them. The White Council is expanding its influence. The White Council won. Oh god, look at these cool tokens. They're so cool. I want them. The Goblin King's Halls DLC is ready. Goblin King's Hall 1. Halls 1. The underworld awaits your sacrifice. Indecent arrival. Man, the artwork on that one is fucking crazy. For communing with an ancient god, you receive warning signs. For helping the captain of the guard, you receive a mace and another mace. As a reward for defeating my skeleton Jack, you receive these new cards. The Crucible, the Queen of Dust, the Hopeful Priest, and the Desert Storm. And lastly, as a reward for defeating Skeleton Jack, you receive these new cards. The Helm of Reflection, Consuming Shame, Angel's Wing, and Frost Fang. And we will deal again next time on Hand of Fate. God, I love this game. Those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed the second episode of the series. I know I certainly have. Be sure to come back next week for more. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when it comes out. Same episode, same day of the week this episode went live. The next one should be going live if nothing's happened to jumble up the schedule. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Actually, if you guys think I should get the expanded character DLC now and play some of those characters, let me know. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, but I think I'd rather pursue the hard mode quest line to its completion first. Excuse me. End cards should be appearing any moment though. Any moment now though. At the top will be the Hand of Fate playlist, as well as another series playlist that future Brian thinks you might enjoy. And on the bottom left will be my most recent upload, and the bottom right will be a video recommended specifically for you by the YouTube algorithm. So click once to continue watching. I love y'all, and ta-ta for now.